So I took another trip to see the Journey collection at the New York Historical Society. It's at Central Park West, or around 77th Street. It's a beautiful collection of early toys and early toy trains, ranging from the 19th century to the early 20th century. The cutoff is about 1932. They have this very nice layout with standard gauge trains and O-scale train at the back there, kind of diminishing scale as it goes back in space. These are all Mike's Train House replica trains running. But it's a beautiful little layout and a lot of fun to look at. Very bright and colorful and toy-like. Perfect for a holiday train show. But it's all the same, nice to see these early toys. They're so playful and creative. This collection was all owned by one family, and in the early 2000s it went to auction at Sotheby's, and it was quite something to go in to see the whole collection when it was on display there. A large portion of the collection was bought by Mike Bloomberg and donated to the Historical Society. There's a early model of the rocket. And this area is a rotunda area that this part changes every year. The layout mostly stays the same, but this display changes. This year it's of kind of dollhouse interiors and toys, houses in general. There's some swings and a castle and a swimming pool, as well as a Detroit Leland monorail. You can see the monorail, but it was not operating when I went to see it. A very cool toy. Like I say, this section of the display changes every year. Last year it was mostly amusement parks and fairgrounds and amusement rides. I think the year before it may have been work and industry. It's a pretty neat little underground section with a toy submarine. It's a fun display to look at. Here's more of that main layout. The trains are all operating on a on-off switch, and they would switch when they were running and when they were not running. But there's a lot of movement and a lot of color. Definitely something to catch your eye. I believe that red brick building is a Planke building. And there's some more displays of static models and toys. Early ones were pull toys, and some later toy trains are operating with track. And this one is a Russian toy train. There's an early Lionel toy train. Some of these names are still around, like Lionel and Marklin, American Flyer. Others are gone, like Carette and Doll and Carl Bub and Bochet. Beautiful power plant there. It's a Marklin station. Quite a nice one. another one. These are really quite spectacular toys. There's a lot of them have ticket booths and dispensers. I believe that's a Kibri station. Here's a blue comet. And I think that's an American Flyer Hiawatha. Some Ives. There's also some trains running around above the displays, more replicas. There's a Bassette Lowke engine that we just passed. This was a 1939 World's Fair. There's a Lionel blue comet on the bottom, released during the Depression. Tin plate engines and cars. A familiar engine running around the top there. Yeah, again, the rocket from the Rainhill Trials, the Stevenson rocket. There's some ticket dispensers. You can see them on either side of the door on that station. There's a live steam engine on the bottom there. Live steam toys were quite popular. Here's 3 of them. They called them dribblers, and they would water would pour out of them as they went around the track. Return to the layout. There's a little spot in the middle where children can pop their heads up, crawl under and pop their heads up in the center. Pretty fun. Those dribblers again. When I visited, it was on a weekday, late afternoon. It was not very crowded. I'm not sure what it's like on the weekend, or if it does get crowded. I'm sure after the holidays, it's not crowded. Again, the big layout. There's the little Statue of Liberty in the harbor there. Kind of fun, little cameo. It's a very nice layout with and fun to see all these early trains. Even if it does have the wrong tender behind that little engine. I'm willing to overlook it. It's a toy. I mean, these are definitely leaning more into the toys than the model trains. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit a thumbs up. Comment if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.